All right. The other night, I got the flywheel off, the clutch off, the dust cover off. That was a pain because there was a hidden bolt on the backside, covered in grease. It's behind the starter. This is the starter hole right here at the bottom. I'm gonna take this adapter plate off. That's the adapter from the ZF5, which is actually German, to the International motor that's American. So it's so funny to me. Let's see. It is like 51 degrees out, Saturday afternoon. Wife's like, get something done. I got clinicals Monday, Tuesday, and yeah, that was loose. Well, 3/4 takes off the adapter bolts. Everything's covered in grease. Like I said in the first couple videos, there's one thing these things did great, and that was leak. And it's not even a great thing. Let me find some gloves real quick. It's still a little chilly in my garage, just because even though I have the garage door open, and it's, like I said, 51 degrees out. I'm actually using my iPhone. My wife's iPad that I was using is full of data, and it has taken me probably a couple of hours just to upload a video, and it's such a pain because I kind of want to do these like in order, and to where you see it being taken apart piece by piece. I'm actually trying something new. I'm trying to use my earbuds to see if my Apple AirPods to see if that gives me a better sound, because I walk over the toolbox and you guys can't really hear me very well. Covered this for another guy. Show him. Getting out the grate. Well, that wasn't good. Looks like there's a couple of dowel pins that were in the backside of it, and they snapped off. They did not come out like they should have. Slide off of it. So I'll have to fix that later if I keep this block. If this block is actually still good. Mistake number one right there. Makes me wonder if it's a blind hole in the back or if I can just beat those things out. Freaking cheap dowel pins. Man, I've never seen a dowel pin break like that, especially that easy. Okay, so that one was for that one. This was the one that gave me problems. And it's all bent. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take off that other side. I'm gonna take off these rockers and set them in order like I took off the other ones. I will get the, I do have an electric impact, just didn't want to use it the other night because it's kind of loud. with the kids sleeping and the neighbors and everything else. Didn't want to use it, so I will be, I'll probably use it to take the heads off, just because this thing isn't the sturdy sitting on the ground like this on that 2x6, or I'm sorry, 4x6. So we're gonna take these off real quick. Let's see, right here, got my extension. Anytime there's a flat surface, it becomes a catch-all. That's why my bench top is covered in stuff. I do not have any cabinets. I have one cabinet in my garage, and it was here when I moved in, and it was falling apart. And I actually kind of made it work for the time being until I can get electricity in this garage, get it insulated, get more electricity in this garage. There's a little bit. I'm gonna get a new sub panel, so I can have my welders out here and not popping breakers in the house. At some point I will turn the camera around and show you the projects. Even though this is a 7.3 teardown video, I do have a 7.3 IDI turbo and a 94 truck out there, and I might even show you the what I've torn down so far on the 89 that this one came out of. Push rods for the passenger side. There's no other push rod seems damaged except those two that were on number 5, so which is where all the carnage is. So it's going to be interesting to see as soon as I get this head off what it looks like. And I'm actually going to do that right now. I already got the impact hooked up, so I'm going to figure out what style that is. Those actually are 12 points. And so I'm gonna go find the 12 point that fits it. Is it a 1/2 inch or is it a 9/16? No, it's not a 3/8. That's what that was. There's a 7/16. There's a 9/16. 1/2 inch, 12 point. What it is. So I actually have a book on these. It's actually a little book by a company called Bali, and it gives me the torque specs for motors for cylinder heads. And from what I've been told and what I've learned is when you have a motor and you take it apart, you take it apart in the way of you take it apart in the way it's in reverse order it's put on. And so that's what I'm going to do. So here we go. 7.3, and they're counting it as counting this bolt as number 1, and they're counting this bolt over here on the side of the head as number 17. I believe that's it. So what they want you to do is they want you to start kind of in the center and circle your way out. So I'm going to start on the outside, and I'm going to circle my way back in and loosen all these babies up. That one's not coming, so. Ooh, that one drew some little bit of rust. So we are I'm gonna grab another socket, and I'm gonna grab my breaker bar, and I'm gonna take a whack at that one. See if I can hold it up the best I can and break it off. Well, not break it off. Break it loose, I should say. You need the socket, you can't find it. When you don't need it, you can find it. As I got my 7/16 and my 9/16 right there, but not my half inch. I'll just use the socket on the impact. It's really a pain to get on and off because of the stud that's in there. See, that thing is super loud. Ooh. Time to be done. Ooh. Trying to put my power going towards the back of the motor instead of going kind of sideways and up, like down here and up, because that's when I'm going to have my when it's going to want to rock on me. Got that one. All right, last and final one, number 1. All right, now I am going to actually use the impact, and I'm going to run those out real quick because it's going to be quick. It's going to be easy. Makes me wonder there's something wrong with that one. Well, I don't think those bolts were ever lubed when they were put in. All right. Pretty positive these are torque to yield, so there's no reason in keeping them, but I am gonna bag them. If this motor is able to be saved, I will probably sleeve it. Well, let's see what the carnage looks like first, but I will probably do studs, head studs. I have noticed out there that a couple of different guys who sell them sell different grades of them. Of course, I didn't grab a big enough bag. Let me find another bag that's big enough. There's a couple different grades out there. If you go to arp-bolt.com and you look at their different grades of material that they make, and then you go do your research on who's selling what, there is a guy that is selling a set. That one didn't have a washer on it. So at that point, this tells me this head has been off before. So for whatever reason, I don't know. There's a couple different grades out there, and to be honest with you, with how much these guys are putting boost into these things now, it's amazing. And what kind of numbers they're putting down, I would go with the stronger. Okay, I wouldn't go with the economy. I know these heads are freaking heavy, so I'm trying to assess my way of taking this thing off. And I think I'm gonna have to, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a break real quick, and I'm gonna find some more boards, and I'm gonna block this thing up some more, because as soon as I take this head off, all the weight's on that side of the motor, because I haven't taken off the exhaust manifold yet, so that side still has more weight. So I'm gonna pause the video, and I'm gonna start up in a few minutes after I block it up some more.